All right, so today is gonna be about getting rid of this canopy right here. I don't find myself needing it, but I know as soon as I take it off, I'm gonna need it. But anyways, we're gonna take this off, and I know there's a manual, and I know that it'll be easier probably if I read it, but I'm not gonna read it because I'm not a big fan of reading manuals especially. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna start taking this off. And I'm thinking the first thing to do is gonna be to undo these straps and then kind of work my way onto the inside and start doing business in there. But this is part of the first step into kind of getting it demilitarized. You know, I need to kind of get rid of all the camo on it, kind of get it looking more civilian than it is right now, which means putting in some creature comforts and that kind of stuff. So, all right. Okay, and let's see what this looks like over here. I think that's about it. We'll check out the other side, see what that looks like. Okay. So that should be about it there. So as you can see on the inside, it's got these bows up there. And so we have to remove those. But after we remove this tent or canopy or whatever you want to call that. So there should be some tools to help me with that, or some straps of some sort. And there are no straps in there or tools. So that's great. So we'll just carry on without them. But the idea is going to be to fold this up, and then after it's all folded up nice and neat, remove the bows that stretch it out, or bows, or however you say that. And so there's also no ladder, which usually goes over here, because that would kind of help us try to get up on here, because this is pretty tall. So what I'm going to do is find my own ladder that should be in here somewhere. Just this little guy right here. This is a gorilla ladder, and it's about, it's a what, 1, 2, 3 step ladder, and that should be enough to give us the height we need to get in here. So that's how tall that is. And I think this is about, what, 300 pound capacity, type 1A. I'm trying to find something that tells us exactly how tall it is. I'm thinking just a little bit over 5 foot. But yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try to place this camera somewhere where you guys can see me, so you can kind of get an idea of how tall the ladder is and how tall the truck is. So that's a little bit harder than it looks like. Let's try over here. Okay, that should do it. So it's actually getting pretty warm in here. It's a good day out here. I'm in Colorado, and it's about 50 degrees outside today, so kind of plenty warm, especially if you start moving around. So let's see what my strategy is going to be. So I got to fold this. Okay, trying to figure out how to do this. So what I think I'm going to do is that I'm going to fold the tent above, like take the sides and fold them up, and then take this here, since this has got kind of a piece inside it, and I don't know that it's supposed to come out. No, so, well, it could come out, but I'm going to try to just fold it over that and use that to kind of roll it up with. So. So it looks like the front ones should actually fold first, because if you're looking at this right here, you can see there's this flap. So I'm not going to be able to fold the whole thing at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this up first and then tackle the back after that. So that's loose. That worked. So I'm going to grab you guys and take you inside now. Just kind of show you what this looks like. So I don't need this tent like I already said. So if somebody is looking for one and wants to purchase it, let me know. But we're actually inside now, and this is kind of what it looks like inside. It looks pretty, it's in very good shape. No rips or tears that I see at all. So dare I say it's a new tent. So what it looks like inside. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, I believe, I guess, unfasten these. So as you can see, all the fasteners are actually on. Nothing is ripped or broken. So honestly, very good tent here. These can be in crazy disrepair depending on where you find it and how much it's been used. But all the fasteners in here are tight and they work. All right, so now I think, well, there's always one more fastener. This is the back. Okay, now we're finished. I'm gonna set you guys down over here. Hopefully that gives you a good view. So actually I think I'm gonna fold the front first because that doesn't have a bar on it. I'll fold the front up and then at that point I should be able to just roll it all the way through from the back and then roll it all the way to the front. So I'm gonna actually switch camera angles. I'll give you guys that angle right there of the front. I'll just show you guys real quick what I've done here. So I'm just kind of stepping over here. And this is what the top looks like now. So I'm folding the front. So here we go. So that's the back. So I'm folding the front up. And as you can see, I folded the sides up. Like so. That's a side flap that's up. Side flap that's up. And then now I'm just going to roll that back all the way forward and just kind of contain all this stuff. So let's see where I can put you guys so you have the best view in the house. There's a pole that goes in there, into that back flap. I think this tent would actually fold better if it was folded not inside out, but the correct way. So I'm just going to take this off and then get it on the ground. At that point, I'll be able to fold it a little bit better. All right. Okay, and that's it. So, grab you guys for a second. So, the tent is actually heavy. I'd say like 50 pounds or 55 pounds or something like that. So, what I did is that I just took it off and just dropped it down to the ground. And now, this looks pretty basic and simple. So, these poles just kind of attach like so in there. And now we just need to figure out how to take them off. And I'm thinking, just gonna take it out like that. Okay, that looks like it's gonna work. Okay, so those just kind of go into these stake pockets right here. 3 positions and in the back. All right, so that's out now. Get these out of the way. And then the next step is going to be also don't need these benches in here, so, but not my primary thing to want to do right now. And then there's these sides, but these are going to be a little bit harder to try to figure out where to put them. So maybe I'll leave them in here for right now. Okay, so that's at least how you take off the canopy on the truck. It's off now. Now I just have to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of this. The main motivation for taking off the canopy was to, you know, number one, get it painted, right? And number two, just not having that sail when you're driving where it's got all that kind of pushing back on that. So I'm glad to have taken that off. And now I just need to figure out where it all goes. I know these poles are supposed to go into the vehicle itself, but I don't think I need to carry them around with me because I'll never use it again. But they're actually supposed to go, if you're outside the vehicle, can we see? So you see where it says poles right here? So I'm just standing in the back of the truck. That's the front of the truck. And the poles are supposed to go right in there. So, but no real need for me to put them in there. So I'm just gonna chuck them. I hate to throw them away, but maybe take them to some kind of a recycling place or see if I can use them for anything else. But for right now, that's it. And then I just took off the uprights and I put them down there. Okay. Well, that's it for right now. Honestly, that doesn't take a whole lot of time. I'm still going to have to figure out how I'm going to fold that because sooner or later, maybe somebody's going to want me to ship it. So I have to figure out how to fold that. But that's it for right now. And this is what it looks like up here. We got the spare tire. All right. And in the future, the idea is to move the spare tire elsewhere because if you're looking over here, this is about, what, 2 feet, 3 feet of space, or 2 feet, right? About 2 foot of space right here. About 2.5. So it'd be nice to get this stuff out of here. And then when I put a box on the back of this so that it begins kind of like over here at least. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out what happens with all this craziness in here. But that is a story for a whole nother day. All right. And looks like I got some nice little holes that go right into the cab here. That's great. Some of these little things must have fallen out. You can see there's these little kind of like nut certs of some sort that have been plugged in there. So over time, I think these here must have just fallen out. But yeah. Okay. Well, that's it for right now. Peace.